Previously on the O.M.E.N podcast.
You get to Notre Dame.
Lavinia, bless her heart, has never been to Paris, and she's big into churches, let me tell you that.
I thought you were one of them.
One of who?
They kidnapped my sister.
Holy shit, guys, it's a vampire.
Ah, Koala, we meet again.
My name's Aberboy, you son of a gun!
Finally, this gargoyle, after hundreds of years of getting no sort of positive affirmation, it's finally believing that someone might be nice to it.
I was gonna call him Greg because he keeps going grr.
The gargoyle starts to lower, and you guys are met with the opening, which is the Paris Catacombs.
I was hoping we were gonna get to go there.
What will happen next? Find out on this exciting episode of O.M.E.N.
We're going to begin this episode of the podcast. You guys have just landed in front of the Paris Catacombs, and you were going after a Vampire Patriarch of some kind. And when you land in front of the Paris Catacombs, Lavinia's phone goes off in her pocket, and she picks it up, and she hears a voice on the other side tell her to put it onto speaker, and so she holds it out, and you guys can hear a familiar voice.
Hello, agents. This is Brimstone here. You must have a lot of questions. I'm afraid you can't ask them as this is a one-way transmission. After all that debacle in Giza, I frankly don't want to talk to you. You wouldn't believe the amount of paperwork I've had to have other people do for me. I was hoping I wouldn't need to get in contact with you again so quickly, but Dr. Smedley has informed me that you're going after a vampire. We had a blood truce with the colony in Paris, so I've no idea what has them hunting again, but rest assured it is a bloody mess. That should be sufficient time to laugh at my pun. There must be something very wrong down there by the Seine, so do be careful how you handle this one, agents. Brimstone out. Oh, an addendum. If you bring me back a nice wheel of brie, I might just forgive you for the whole debacle in Cairo. Dolores, do we have any brie? Yeah? Yes, or not. Well, hankering for a soft cheese.
So you guys are outside the front of the Paris Catacombs, and the door is open, and you can see the blood that was left by the vampire that Annabelle shot is dripping. It's like there's drops of it going into the catacomb entrance.
I don't want to go first.
Are you going to go in? Greg is sort of standing there. I think Paris is not that busy at night, but there's still going to be people walking past. Do you think how should he sort of deal with this? Because otherwise people are going to see him.
I mean, he's a gargoyle. He could just stand still, right?
Can we dress Greg in a disguise?
It's Sam's gargoyle, not mine. Sorry, not Annabelle's gargoyle, not mine.
I think he should watch our six.
Okay, so there's a bunch of statues somewhere nearby. He walks over and he knocks one of the statues off, and he stands where the statue was.
Important question. Does he knock it off like a dog or a cat?
Like a dog.
Oh.
He's more of a dog than a cat.
He's adorable.
Yeah. So you guys are now going into the Paris Catacombs? Is that the plan?
I will go in the middle so I am covered on both sides.
The Paris Catacombs, I'm going to give you some information about the Paris Catacombs now, because I've done some research. So when Paris first started out, it was quite cavey. Like, there were lots of caves underneath Paris.
Why don't they call it a cavacomb then?
The cavacomb, well, it's because lots and lots of dead people are down there. But they used to do a lot of mining, and a lot of the mining was like unlicensed mining. So there are just random like empty caves down there that people haven't even charted since they were made. Like, they're still finding new ones today. Apparently, like a couple of months ago, some people actually got lost down there and died. So you guys better watch yourselves whilst you're down there. But luckily, Lavinia, with her like observation will be able to find her way out, I think, probably. I hope.
Did anyone bring a map?
There is a map of the known catacombs on the side of the sort of entrance, if you want to take that.
So you're saying that there's some unknown catacombs?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, so parts of it have never been discovered. Like, they were lost to time. People went down there and mined, and then they didn't actually go back to, like, sort that out later on.
I feel like also that the vampire lord that we've encountered is likely in the unknown section. So my vote, personally, is we just find the first thing that it looks like it has like a sign that says "Don't go here." It's super dangerous. We haven't explored this. We don't know what's down there yet, and we're gonna go down it because we know what's there, and what's down there is vampires.
I do love to discover things.
It seems like a great way to die, if that's what you were looking for.
Science is about exploring the unknown.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm still grabbing a map so we can figure out a good place that isn't on the map.
Okay, you rip the map off of the wall.
Is there anyone behind us that, like, we're depriving them of a map and they're gonna get lost and die as a result?
Possibly, but like it's this time of night, no one's really down here. You guys are going in, and there's no like staff around or anything.
Wow, do you guys hear the echo in here? It's amazing. and the bones crunching under our feet. Ah, so gross.
Please stop making me do extra sound effects.
Sorry, I seem to have stumbled over 2 drums and a cymbal.
Oh, god damn it! Why are you doing this?
Oh, my hand! I've just like rattled my. I think I just played a xylophone with a femur.
Fine, alright, you're going to do all that. I'm going to have to sit down and find some sound effects for those now, aren't I? So you go down to the catacombs, and there are skulls lining the walls, there's bones everywhere.
How are the skulls rotated?
How are the skulls rotated? They're facing you.
Are there any not facing us, or facing in a strange direction, since we've established that most of them are facing us?
No, pretty much all of them are quite well placed. There is still this sort of trail of blood in front of you, so I assume you're following that?
I want to examine the skeleton heads.
So you look at the skeleton heads, and for the most part, they're just very, very old ancient skeleton heads that have been embedded in the walls. You see a large handprint on one of them, which is covered in this blood.
Lavinia, would you like to help me examine these skeleton heads? Because I feel like there's something here.
Oh, I just found with my excellent powers of observation, there's blood.
Yes, there is. There is blood.
Did you notice?
It's probably a red herring, guys.
No, it's actual blood. Follow it. God damn it, please.
I think you're just saying that because you want to eat herring.
I mean, I am from Sweden.
I'm gonna start following the blood trail.
Okay.
You keep following this blood trail, and you get to a dead end. The walls are lined with skulls, but there's several holes in the skull wall, just big enough for maybe a hand.
No thanks.
Putting my hand in there. Sticking my hand in the skull wall.
Just any of them, any random one?
Well, why don't you tell me a little bit about them first?
Could you all roll for observation?
It's good to know the hole before you stick something in it.
Okay. So, Lavinia has noticed that above the skulls, there are some letters carved. Above these holes in the skulls, there's some letters carved. The letters are E-N-F-R-A-H and X.
Those are good letters. Say them again.
E-N-F-R-A-H and X.
Wonderful.
Is this a language that I speak?
It is, actually. You speak French. Above the skulls, there is a wooden beam, and scratched into it is a sign in French that says, "To this place that no soul would wish to go."
Nice.
To this place that no soul something?
To this place that no soul would wish to go.
To this place that no soul would wish to go is what it says right here, guys. I said that, not the omniscient voice.
Am I any good with my powers of observation at anagrams?
Wouldn't that be creativity, maybe?
All right, do you want to roll for creativity?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, 15.
I'm so creative.
You sit there and you're puzzling these over for a bit, and you assume that not all of these letters need to be used.
Oh!
Not all the letters need to be used. And you sort of like look at the holes a bit because of the observation. You notice that the A, the H, and the X don't seem to be that well
How
used.
many E's are there?
There's one E.
Can I use it twice?
You can use it twice.
Okay, in that case, I think the answer is enfer.
Oh.
Is it?
Maybe. Maybe you should try and stick a hand in and see.
I'm gonna stick my hand in.
Okay.
And for what?
Enfer.
It's the French for hell.
Oh. I knew that.
Yeah, you should. I mean, your character does, but you don't.
Yeah.
Considering how many hell-themed things we've encountered, this is quite in keeping with the theme.
Yeah.
Yes, good theming, everyone.
Like, at this point, I'm afraid that hell might actually be down here somewhere.
Cool.
So, Lavinia, you go up
Yeah.
and you put your hand into each of the holes, and at the back you feel like a sort of a rope, like a quite a thick rope.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
Gently tickle it.
Gently tickle it. You tickle it, and it is indifferent to you.
Okay, it's not alive. That's good. I'm gonna grab the rope.
Good choice.
Okay.
And what are you going to do? You've got the rope in your hand.
I'm going to whisper the answer to the riddle.
Okay. You whisper the answer, and once again, it is indifferent to you. Do you want to maybe give it a pull?
I guess so, yeah.
All right, you pull the rope, and now it's kind of interested in you.
Oh. Oh.
The rope gives away in your hand, and you do that again and again for each of the letters in the word hell, the French word for hell.
Do we hear any sounds like bells or perhaps chimes as these?
No bells, but you hear like a sort of the sound of stone moving. And as you reach for R and pull it, the floor beneath you immediately shifts.
Yay!
And it tips you all forward onto a slippery slope downwards.
Not yay.
Hello everyone, it's Sean. I'm just doing a quick middle sort of chat thing to apologise for the quality of my audio in this particular set of episodes. That will be episodes 9, 10, 11 and 12. Apparently my other microphone was plugged in whilst we were recording, so my normal microphone wasn't actually taking any sound in. I didn't realise this until we'd actually finished recording and I was editing the next day. And I couldn't refilm everything. It's a little embarrassing. It won't happen again, hopefully. I'll be a bit more careful next time. As per usual, I want to thank everyone who's sharing and talking about the podcast on Twitter and Facebook and wherever you're talking about it. We're actually starting to see people from outside of our normal friendship circles listening to the podcast, which is great. I'm really enjoying the fact that there are people out there taking the time to listen to this and enjoy it. There's a chance that you might end up as a character on the show if you share this on Twitter. I'm really shit at coming up with names, so it's nice to have a big pool of names that I can borrow from if I need them. There's a few people coming up in the next set of episodes after this Paris campaign that I think you'll enjoy. I won't keep you any longer because these episodes are shorter than the Halloween specials, so enjoy, have fun, do the listening thing with your ears. I'll see you later, bye.
Can I roll for agility?
You can roll for agility, please. Roll for
No. I want to dig my hand. I want to like plunge my hands into the stone earth and like get like a grip. Not on reality, but just in general.
Just stick your hands into the skull holes.
Oh, that would be great.
Okay.
Stick my hands in skull holes, rolling for strength. Can I do that?
First of all, can everyone else please roll for agility?
Yes. Wow, I got a 1.
You got a 1, Annabelle got a 2, and Kate got a 7. All of you guys, you go straight downwards down this slope, and everyone under 7 gets hurt. So can Annabelle and Dr. Martin please take 2 damage?
Yes. Can you just fade this out? Ah!
Yeah, I can do that. That's fine. I can
Thanks.
do that. You guys are really sort of pushing me on sound effects at the minute, aren't you?
Martin, no!
So, do you want to roll for strength, Koala?
Herbivore.
10. Okay, so you try and grab one of the skulls. You get a good hold of the skull, but the skull then pulls backwards, and you go with the skull down the slope. Can you roll for agility for me?
Ooh.
Okay, you're all right. You managed to get down to the bottom absolutely fine. And
I'd like to sort of land, not like cat-like, but like
superhero landing.
My legs far apart. Like I'm a very stable person. I've landed in a very stable, grounded position for my friends. I'm here for them.
Right. Sure. Okay, yeah, you do that. Fine. All right. You are now on a rocky outcrop. There's a cliff edge in front of you. You managed to all avoid the cliff edge. And all you can see is darkness. Like, this cave network in front of you is huge. And you can hear the rushing of water coming from nearby. What are you going to do?
I can't see anything, guys. Have I gone blind?
Yes.
Did I drop my glasses?
You did drop your glasses, actually. Your glasses are on the floor because you rolled a
Oh,
1.
God
so
damn
the
it.
glasses are somewhere around you.
Yep. Alright, I'm gonna search for my glasses.
Alright, could you roll for focus, please?
Focus, okay. 20!
Alright, you find your glasses, and you also find another pair of glasses. You find 2 pairs of glasses down here.
Backup glasses.
And the second pair are actually really cool.
I'd like to scan the second pair with thermic energy sensor thing. That thing I have.
Alright, so you scan the pair of glasses, but you don't find anything special with them. However, your thermic sensor is crackling when you aim it towards where the sound of the rushing water's coming from. Like, you can see a couple more of those blood drips across the floor going towards the sound.
Wait, so is it total darkness or not total darkness?
So it's not entirely total darkness. Well, there's darkness out in front of you. Down outside this cliff is completely pitch black. But there is some sort of like blue glowing coming from the cave sort of down to your right.
Cherenkov radiation. There's clearly a nuclear reactor down here.
The French are actually really famous for their nuclear reactors. They've done more for nuclear reactors and nuclear power and sustainable power than anyone else. That's an interesting fact.
Yes, so I wrote my dissertation on it. I can regale you with facts in French if you'd like. Ha 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 ha.
No, actually, yeah. Go ahead.
No.
Do you guys want to go down to see what's glowing blue?
How blue are we talking? Like, is it like a midnight blue or a cyan?
It's cyan.
All right.
It's definitely more on the cyan turquoise side of things.
Is it like in the cliff direction?
No, so the cliff is in front of you, and to your right is this cave, and the glowing is coming from that cave.
How much does it illuminate?
So you can sort of see a couple of meters in front of you, not very far. It's still quite dark down here. I mean, you have got your phones, so you could use those, except for Dr. Martin, whose phone is dead.
Right, because the spell shield used up all my battery power. Guys, I really don't want to go first. Can you please just go towards the blue light so you can die before I do?
I rise from my crab-like stance and I stride into the darkness.
Herbivore, I'll call you Herb. You go around the corner, and you end up in a room, and it is filled with these beautiful, glowing mushrooms. What do you want to do?
Describe them in detail.
Please.
They are very thin, very wispy. They are glowing with a sort of beautiful cyan bioluminescence. They're all across the walls, all across the ceiling, and they're crawling over the stalactites and stalagmites in the room.
God, okay.
Can I use my observation to know what they are?
Well, you are a biologist, so
Oh, I once did a summer on fungology.
Fungology.
Fungology, is that it?
Yes. Fungonomy.
Fungonomy. Okay. Right.
Isn't it mycology?
No, I think I would know.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair.
Common misconception.
She uses her powers of fungology to know that these are a very powerful hallucinogenic mushroom.
I'll bag a few.
Do you want to collect some?
Yes.
I've been known to party from every now and then, you know.
You know how the Danes like to get down. You go over and you collect a few and you put them into your satchel. What is Koala doing? I mean, Herbivore doing at this moment in time?
I'm only way I can describe it really is caressing one with my tongue, sort of like
You're licking it.
not licking it, because licking doesn't describe sort of the scope of movements that my tongue is accomplishing at this moment.
Oh,
There's kind of like there's like a bending and also like a kind of like when you sit down in a beanbag chair. My tongue is a beanbag chair for the mushroom, occupying.
you are filleting the mushroom.
No.
It sounds like you're filleting the mushroom.
It is very much a seat-like motion. I'm eating it now. I'm eating it. I'm just eating it.
You're eating it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess not. Never mind.
Could you please roll for focus?
Ooh, that's a 2.
You don't feel any different. Everything's fine. Everything's great.
I want to eat another one.
You eat another one. You eat several of these things, and everything feels great.
Are these poisonous at all, Professor?
Professor Trebonius remembers back and realizes that these aren't poisonous, but they are. There's some heavy shit.
I want to eat more. I don't feel anything. Like I'm not feeling anything. They must have lied about these.
I would like to hold Herbivore back so that he doesn't go insane even more. I mean.
All right. Okay. Do you guys want to move on from this room to where the sound of the water's coming?
As soon as I can drag Herb out of here, yes.
All right. Could you roll for strength?
Oh no, that's the -1, a critical fail.
Herbivore's just going crazy. This is not working. You haven't been able to grab him.
How long does he recover from being knocked out again?
I'm done. I'm done with the wall. I'm done with the wall. It's just.
Oh, you're done? You're done? You're completely done?
Can't feel anything.
Uh-huh.
You all walk down through this cave. It's getting a bit darker now. Does anyone want to bring out like their torch?
By any chance, are the mushrooms making Herb start to glow from eating them? Can we just use him as a torch?
All right. Okay. Yeah. Fine. All right. I like that. Yeah. So the amount.
You have to rub my belly first for that.
Kate, Professor.
That's me. Hello.
Treboni, would you kindly rub our Australian friend's belly for science?
For science?
I mean, I can rub my own belly.
No, it's for science. Get your hands away. Rub for science.
Okay. You rub him, and like one of those sort of like party cracking things that crack open, he starts to glow, a faint glow, which allows you all to see down into this area. And Koala sees in front of him. Oh, go on.
Unbutton the bottom of my shirt a little bit so like I can tie it like in front.
Okay.
In a fashionable sense, so they can light more of our way.
Kind of like Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Nice. So you go down this cave, and it opens up a bit. And Koala, you see a bridge across this fast-flowing river. The bridge looks beautiful. It is all sorts of wonderful colours of the rainbow. What do you want to do?
Oh God! Do you see this?
Did we see this?
No one else sees this.
It's a bridge. It's a bridge and it's made of rainbows.
You should probably stay away from
I run across the bridge.
Oh, okay.
I run across the bridge so fast.
Okay, you run across the bridge, and as you
come on, everyone!
As you get to the bridge, your foot falls out from in front of you, and you fall through the bridge.
Oh, I grab the bridge.
No, you don't. The bridge is not there. And as you try and grab
on the bridge.
You try and grab and roll on the bridge.
I grab another strut.
You try and grab and roll on the bridge, and you fall down into the fast-flowing water below. And everyone else sees Herbivore hit the water and then fly down the water as if like the current is carrying him really quickly. And he is gone.
When I land on the water, it makes a sound like a didgeridoo.
Okay.
Well, I guess we can tell our superior that Herb died on the mission. Onwards! No.
Herb has gone down into this fast-flowing river. The rest of you can see this is an area which clearly was used for mining. So there is some mining equipment around you. There's a big crane on the other side of the river, and there's like a very thin beam across it. And the mining crane has a bunch of rocks in it, and it's perched above the river right now.
I think I know the best way to rescue someone in water.
He's gone. You can't see him anymore.
Oh, well, never mind. He's dead.
He's gone. He disappeared underneath underneath the river.
That's not good.
He's glowing. He can't be that hard to find.
You've hit a dead end, by the way, at this point. There is no way forward. The only way forward is the river, but the river is very fast flowing right now.
And how far below us is it?
Not very far. You can go into it. It's just very fast.
Right, okay.
Like the current is dangerously fast right now.
I miss Herb already. He would know what to do here.
So you have a crane next to you full of rocks. There is a slippery beam that you could walk across to get to the crane. And there's some crates full of useful mining equipment.
Do you want to go across? Because I don't want to go across. That seems terrifyingly dangerous.
I think this sounds like a time for the octopus hat.
But I don't want to go across. Here, you take it.
No.
You're not into that sort of thing, I guess?
God made me the way I am. I ain't gonna add no tentacles on it.
You hear some screams from down the river from poor Koala, who is being thrashed around.
I found a Starbucks! Oh god, it's not a Starbucks! Oh!
Must be a fish or something.
So do you want to try and cross the beam as the octopus?
I suppose I have 8 more limbs touching the beam. I'm 8 times more likely. No, wait. 6 more limbs touching the beam? Yes, that's how math works.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Okay. Could you roll for agility, please?
Whoop, I'm an octopus, and I have 2 rolls in agility. Hooray.
Martin, you try and get across the beam. Unfortunately, your octopusy legs trip and slip, and you go straight down into the water as well, and you disappear from sight.
But I'm an octopus, so it's okay.
I don't know about that. We'll see. So now it's only Lavinia and Annabelle. Do Annabelle and Lavinia want to roll for observation?
Yes, always.
Okay.
Oh, 20, that's not bad.
Alright, so Annabelle, you notice this crane that's made out of wood, and there is some quite thick ropes holding up this load of boulders and rocks above the river. The rope could be shot if you aim correctly at it. Potentially.
Is that the hint? Please shoot at it.
There were several other ways of dealing with this problem, but both of you all fucked up.
All right, fine. I'll shoot at it. I want to take this moment to remind you that we have plot armor.
You do all have plot armor, yes.
Time paradox.
You failed to solve my second puzzle for you guys. So yeah, I'm giving you a hint. Shoot the bloody thing.
All right, I'll shoot the bloody thing.
All right, could you roll for agility? Very nice. Okay, so you get a 17. You shoot the crane. And the boulders fall down into the river, and the river's current slows somewhat. So it's now a bit safer.
And we get pelted with boulders.
Yeah, that was what I thought.
No, they're too heavy for the water to carry them. They've sort of dammed up the entrance to this river, so the river is now more of a sort of gentle flow than a heavy one.
That must have been a lot of rocks.
Yeah, it was quite a large crane. So you guys could now go into the river safely, if you wanted to. Not saying you should, but you probably might want to.
I'm going to go and get the 2 idiots.
Lavinia, are you going with?
I think I would like to observe instead.
All right. So Annabelle drops down to the river, and the river carries her along down into the darkness. Now Lavinia is all alone on her own in the cave on her own, and it's quite dark now because Koala's gone.
Oh, do I have any mushrooms?
You don't have any mushrooms at the minute.
Do I have any fire?
No, but you've got your phone with your torch on it.
Oh, sweet. Okay, I'm gonna fire up a book.
In the meantime, I'd just like to say for the Americans in the audience that a torch is a flashlight for people who don't know how to say flashlight.
I'm gonna fire up a long book with many words, but the page is white, so that will be bright.
Okay, so you turn on your phone, and it lights up the darkness, and behind you hear a sort of flapping of wings.
Wonderful.
It's quite a sinister flapping of wings.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to turn around and observe.
All right. You turn around and you observe, and immediately a bunch of bats come flying down through the cave at your face. Could you roll for agility, please?
Yes, could I?
That would be a 6. So the bats startle you and panic you, and you fall backwards and drop into the river. And now I can continue my story.
Railroading much?
We don't have that long. I've got to get it done. You guys have to be at a flipping pumpkin farm in the next 2 days. Whew, that was difficult. Right, anyway, so now that you're all inside the river and you're flowing downstream, I'm going to call it an episode there. And we'll see you next week to find out whether or not you survive the trip down the river. See you next time. The O.M.E.N podcast is powered by Ellipsis RPG, the accessible donationware rule set, now available on itch.io. If you like what you're hearing, please rate us on iTunes or wherever you get your podcast. You can tweet to us at the hashtag OMENcast, that's O-M-E-N cast, and who knows, you might get a special mention in one of the episodes from us. Thank you for listening, and remember, stay vigilant. You never know what's out there.